If you guys want some gamer subs, make sure to use code GM for 10% off. And while you're at it, come check me out over at twitch.tv/gminers. Thanks. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Gminers here. As of me posting this video, we just got some crazy updates to Warlock and Ember of Benevolence, so expect to see some builds with these tomorrow. But for today, we have probably my favorite Titan build of all time. I'm a huge fan of ability spam builds, especially with grenades that ad clear entire rooms. Just look at how much damage our fusion grenades are doing, and we always get them right back. I've played with a bunch of various builds that also use Ashen Wake, and I can say that Solar 3.0 has made these better than ever before. These exotics turn our fusions into impact grenades that deal insane one-shot damage, and then also give us huge chunks of energy back for each enemy we kill. I even took this into solo lost sectors and other underpower activities and still managed to absolutely chunk things.
Holy shit, that chunks.
And then on top of this, we also have our hammer and sunspots with this build, so we are able to hit extremely hard with multiple different abilities. This build is great all around for the mid to end game in Destiny, and is hands down one of the most fun to use on Titan. Let's look at how everything comes together, starting off with our Solar 3.0 subclass. For our abilities and our super, the only notable thing you need are fusion grenades. These obviously benefit from Ashen Wake, so without them, the build doesn't work. But I also like to use the throwing hammer because, let's face it, this thing is broken as all hell. Other than that, use whatever you want. For our first aspect, we have Roaring Flames. We're going to be using our hammer to get up to Roaring Flames ×3, which will give our fusion grenades a 60% buff against everything. This is going to deal extremely similar damage to the buffed Warlock fusion grenades with the Touch of Flame aspect. And then after that, we also have Soul Invictus to generate sunspots. This will help with additional ad clear and also give us restoration. And then if we ever lose our hammer or just don't get our fusion grenade straight back, sunspots will also help top us off for all of our abilities. For our 4 fragments, we have Ember of Empyrean to continually reset our Radiant and Restoration timers as we're getting these ability and mostly grenade kills. We have Ember of Blistering to get even more grenade energy back on ignition kills. We have Ember of Char to spread Scorch stacks to targets when getting ignition final blows. And then lastly, we also have Ember of Torches to make us and teammates radiant when using our throwing hammer ability against enemies. On its own, if you manage to kill like 4 or more ads, or if you just kill like a yellow bar and 1 red bar with the fusion grenade, it's usually fully refunded. But you aren't easily able to do this all the time, so I wanted to add some mods that made it so that even if we only get 1 or 2 kills with the grenade, we still get it right back. The first mod that I have on is Bountiful Wells, which straight out of the gate will double the amount of wells that we spawn. But it also allows for additional copies of mods to further increase our well generation. So with this, I have 3 copies of Elemental Ordnance. With these 3, I'm able to spawn 4 elemental wells with each grenade kill that I get. This will match our subclass, so these are going to be 4 solar elemental wells. And if I kill multiple enemies and get my nade back from that, then I can just leave these on the ground for later when I need that energy too. The very last mod I have on is Well of Ordnance, which is just going to increase the grenade energy I get back from each solar elemental well. Again, that's all we're spawning, so now just 1 single enemy will completely fill up my grenade. I get energy from the kill itself, from the wells that I generate, and then also from the sunspot if I need that too. When I ended up taking this into slightly harder content like the solo lost sectors, I ended up swapping 1 elemental ordnance for a Well of Life mod. This way, I get extra healing almost all the time as I am constantly grabbing solar elemental wells. The only difference is now I need to get 2 kills with each nade in order to get it straight back. If I just get 1 and grab the 3 wells that spawn, my sunspot will eventually give my nade back, but it just takes a few seconds longer. If you don't think you need this extra healing, you can always just rely on Restoration and the Hammer's Cure, and this season we also have classy Restoration to use. I think hands down, this is one of the most fun builds to use. It's great for ability spam for teammates and ourselves, and is really, really good if you want to spawn trap ads and go for fast clears of things. Let me know your thoughts on the build and what other builds you'd like to see next. As always, have a good one, guys. Peace.